Let's bring in Trump economic advisor Stephen Moore, co-founder of the Committee to Unleash Prosperity. Steve, thank you for being here. Appreciate your time.
Jackie, great to be with you. I hope you had a Merry Christmas.
You as well. So what do you think is going to have the most immediate impact? I mean, there are so many things that the president-elect has said he wants to do on day one as it relates to undoing Biden's green agenda. But what do you think people are going to feel first?
Well, I think actually, Jackie, the most important thing is now the energy industry, especially our oil and gas producers, are going to realize that they're not facing an enemy in the White House. This is somebody who is pro-American energy production, and that really couldn't be said about the Biden administration. Let's not forget the first thing, Jackie, I know you remember this, the first thing that Joe Biden did when he became president was kill a vital pipeline that we needed, the Keystone. Trump is going to be pro-energy production. We're going to, I think another big key ingredient to increasing our oil output is more permitting on federal lands. And I'm not talking about, Yosemite or Yellowstone or our national parks. I'm talking about non-environmentally sensitive lands where we have, decades and maybe even centuries worth of oil and gas reserves that we could be pumping. So it's a whole change in attitude. And I love what you guys were just saying, that we should use everything we've got. It's a sort of all of the above energy strategy. And that could, Jackie, think about this. If we do it right, we could be talking about $1.99 a gallon of gasoline. Wouldn't that be nice?
We talk so much about, oil and gas and what the president-elect is going to do there because it's obviously so different from the approach under Biden. But at the same time, if you completely abandon the renewables or you don't, keep your sort of foot on the gas there, does that risk at all giving an opening to China to take over that sector?
Well, listen, here's what I believe. Let's look at the electric vehicle industry, which is part of the, the energy calculation. I think the worst thing that ever happened to the electric vehicle industry was Joe Biden, because Joe Biden massively subsidized it. He commanded people to buy them, and there was a backlash against it. So if you look at what happened to electric vehicle sales, they were going up, 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 and then Biden comes in, and they went down, 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 because people don't like being told what kind of car they can buy. It's just an example of the subsidies and the mandates really didn't work. I'm not against renewable energy, and I think I can't speak for Donald Trump, but I think he would agree with this, that let's just have a free enterprise system in energy. We don't need oil and gas subsidies. We don't need nuclear subsidies. We don't need coal subsidies, and we certainly don't need another 40 years of oil and gas. Wind and solar power. We only get about 7 or 8% of our energy from wind and solar. So it's maybe an important part, but it's not vital to our energy needs. What is vital is oil, gas, and nuclear power.
Well, and there's certainly, a push to do more of that here. You had Alaska's governor asking Trump to roll back restrictions on drilling, Trump warning, European nations to buy more oil or else maybe they risk tariffs. But at some point, there's also the discussion about, where's the line on how serious Trump is about some of this stuff. And he's been talking about Canada as the 51st state. Obviously, there's a little bit of trolling there. Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister, said that, this is a joke. They're working out a deal to sort of get to what Trump is asking him to do in terms of securing the border, but he's still going with it. I mean, he just had a post yesterday saying that he thinks that Wayne Gretzky would make a great governor. So he goes, I just left Wayne Gretzky, the great one, as he's known in ice hockey circles. I said, Wayne, why don't you run for Prime Minister of Canada, soon to be known as the Governor of Canada? You could win easily. You wouldn't even have to campaign. He had no interest, but I think people of Canada should start a draft Wayne Gretzky movement. It would be fun to watch. I mean, Justin Trudeau's got to be, feeling something, right?
He is. Well, he may be a dead man walking. I mean, I predict in the next Canadian election, they're going to elect a more Trumpian candidate. And it's, there's no question that they view the world in a very different place. But when you look at Canada and look at the United States and look at Mexico, that is North America, one of the things I'd love to see Trump really talking about is how do we make all of North America, because Canada, U.S., and Mexico all have a lot of oil and gas. We should be the energy powerhouse continent in the world. That would take power away from the Middle Eastern countries, from OPEC. It would be good for our economy. It would be good for jobs. So, but I have to say, one of the things Donald Trump really proved is the power of celebrity, right? And who's a bigger celebrity in Canada than Wayne, the great one, Wayne Gretzky?
Well, Justin Trudeau should be shaking in his boots if Wayne Gretzky throws his hat in the ring. That's all I have to say. All right, Steve Moore, thank you. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your time.
Okay, have a great one. Thank you very much.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.